like this. Yep, all creep show. Hey, what's going on? If you're ever passing through the little town of Linton, now you guys have probably seen Linton before in previous videos, but if you're ever passing through, man, be sure to stop and check out this little antique stall here. I reckon it's a cracker, and we're going inside to take a look around. Come with me. Let's do this. Righto, let's go. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Red dress. That's got a bit of that Lucille Ball thing going on, hasn't it? What do we got? 15 bucks. That is cheap. What a cracker. What have we got going on down in here? Question is, what are you looking for? What are we looking for? Old school movie posters. There's a few more of them over here. These are real vintage. These would be like, what are they? 1950s, 60s. They're colour. Yeah. What about some of this trendy? Look at this. I just think of little deceased old ladies when I look at this stuff. Sorry. Look at this one. Does this come off this thing? Look at this. I would set it on my head, but I reckon... No, I'm not going to do it because I reckon it'll give you 7 years bad luck or something quirky. I'm a bit superstitious like that. What about this one? This is... Oh man, this is the Queen. Look at this. It just says pink hat, 30 bucks. I'm not really into hats. That's the hat stand right there. This section we got some, well, we got a lot of old magazines. What's this old music stuff? Santana. That's a comic. Santana had comics. There you go. Australasian Post. She's a pretty woman. There's a few of them. There's more down there. Look at that one. Beautiful. Yeah. And then we got the creep show. What is that? Casper. Love Casper. Toy section. Toys are a real rabbit hole, let's be real. I mean, if you collect them, great, whatever. But, you know, there's some new old stock ones here in the box, but are they even old? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not really the toy expert. Plenty of plates here. Oh, Nana would be absolutely smitten with this. Look at this. What is this one? Oh, this looks lovely. Look at this one. This is just lovely. I'm going to have my finest china today. What is this one? Oh, that's got a mamacita on it. She looks wonderful. It wasn't really a piss take. I was being serious. She looked beautiful. Look at these. Some of these are these for the... These are for oil lamps. No, well, it says glass light shades, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But they're handy to know. Like, some of them have got that real retro sort of vintage look, like if you're doing chandelier restorations in an old home or something. There's more down here. It's like a... I don't know, it's a different sort of a glass. You probably can't see, it's a bit dark, but some creepy dolls. Nothing wrong with a creepy doll. Teddy Ruxpin. That's your boy right there. Look at Teddy Ruxpin. How much is Teddy Ruxpin? Let me get him down. Well, he's got a thing in his back, that's right, because he was motorised. Remember, he used to talk and do stuff. They're asking $45 on Teddy Ruxpin. Oh, there's his little logo there, look at that. He's, I reckon he would have come out in about 1980, I'm going to have a pot shot, about 87. He would have been like God's gift under the Christmas tree. You would have been doing well to get him when he was new. He's cool as. I'm looking at dolls. There's that one up there. Yuck. Yuck. Mini TV. It's the old school Sanyo, $25. You'll be able to sit there and watch yourself an episode of The Comedy Company or something. Got heaps more china. Beautiful. Look at this one with the pineapple going on. Got this splendid looking chap up here. Somebody's tattooed a little beard on him. That's just creep show though. If we were doing some restorations, this is cool. Because I mean, you know, some people probably walk past this stuff, but you can multi-use this. You know, they're doorknobs or whatever, but there's like a full set. You can send these out for replating, repowder coat, whatever you want to do. Hard to sort of get bundles of that stuff. You got the old switch mounts, block mounts for the switches in the old homes. This stuff's dear to buy now. They reproduce it, but it's so dear. Like you might pay $45, $50 for a bit of wood. Well, there's one here, you probably pick it up for a couple of dollars. You know? Whatever, like it's all garbage until you need it, yeah? There's a lot of fabric in here, a lot of doilies. I'm not sure where they're going with that. I don't really know. Is this for like seamstress making or something? I don't know, maybe your wife or something's into that. Maybe you're into that. I ain't into that, sorry. That's the end room. Red dress. It's still cool. I like the red dress. There's nothing really wrong with the red dress. What do we got out here? Did see down here, look at this. Simplex cinematic movie projector, 35mm, top reel box. They've dated at 1927 and 1935. Yeah, he's probably on the money with that. He is asking $125. No comment. Everything in here is priced really well, to be honest. There's a few things that I might know otherwise on. Stereo cards, any amount of stereo cards if you're into that stuff. Have you seen them? They're generally, that's probably a bad sample. What about this one here? This is cool. So what they are is essentially they're a photograph, but they're the same image left and right. But when you look at them through this little machine here, you sit that down in there like that, right? And then you pick this machine up like this. See the little handle that dropped off on the bottom? Right. I'm going to do this, see how I go. And you look through it, just like this. And when I'm looking through it, it actually turns like three-dimensional. Does that make sense? So you're looking at like a 3D image in there. I can't show you. But basically, if you peer down in there and you're looking through both eyes, you get this 3D image. They were pretty, I think they were big in like the early like 1900s. I'm not sure when they were actually developed, but probably around, my guess would be about the turn of the century. And it predates, it really, for the general public anyway, it predates cinematic motion or, you know, movies. It was sort of the first way that you could take a photograph and get some sort of realism out of it, because it became three-dimensional. Most of the cards that you see, these are all fairly cheap unless they've got like really wild subject matter. Most of these, like some of these I've seen in here for like $6 and $7 and $8, right? But usually they're like pictures of the royals and, you know, a lot of royal family stuff and Greece, you know, buildings like this. They do all sorts of genre. What's this one? I don't know. Stereo cards. There's any amount of them in here. What's that? Some building with like a horse and cart and stuff out the front. It says Norway. Look at that creep show. What's up here? Books. Any amount of books. Meat grinder if you're into making your own patties and burgers and stuff. Old school style. Got a bit more cooking stuff, more books. What is that? Vintage Belmese Warrior. 20 bucks. No green glass. Uranium glass, I meant to say. It is green glass, but it's not uranium glass. Pottery. More pottery. Who's this little critter? Little gnome looking. Little gnome. I know a few people in politics that look like that. Wee, up here. Madame. Madame. I like that. Is that cheesy of me to say? I like it. More meat grinders up here. Wow, we've got a heap of meat grinders. What's the go with all the meat grinders? How much is a meat grinder? What are you going to pay for a meat grinder? That one said $18. $24 on the other one. How much are these ones here? 15 bucks. Serious? That's cheap as. So cheap. Little, what is this little doll here? Retro 70s doll for 7 bucks. The stuff in here is cheap, mate. Like, nothing's ridiculously priced, to be honest. And I love junk shops, because you just never know what you're going to find. These actually aren't out for sale yet. If ever they're going out for sale, I don't know, but look at them. Are they going out, Neil, or not?
Honestly, I don't know.
He doesn't know. And Steve Urkel. Urk the Jerk. 20 bucks takes him home. And he's coming home. I like him. I'm taking it. That's my find for the day, 20 bucks. The big spender. The big spender. Just ratting through this this little box here full of photos, man. There is some creep shows in here. A colorized one. There is, look at this. Hey, what's going on here? Wow. Pictures of some old houses and stuff, like their pride and joy. There was, mate, I'm telling you, there is some weird pictures in here. Plenty of morning photographs. They've been pulled out of a photo album, so they've meant something to somebody at some point or another. Matching pair here. Actually, there was a matching set of 3. Let me see if I can find them. Get rid of these. Put these back carefully. This, and this one. They've all come from this foyle, F-O-Y-L-E, foil or foile. I don't know how you pronounce that. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But it's like a full set. Slightly different border on this one, but anyway, I thought they were cool. I'll put them back. And then we got beautiful wedding photo. Look at this. How do people throw this out? Why would you do that? How does that end up in the garbage just like that? Another one. Would have been her greatest day. Same with her. Greatest day of her life, mate. And now it's like $8 buys that. So good priced. Cricket club. Wow. 1946 to 1947. Yeah, I sort of figured they'd all be gone by now. I reckon they'd all be gone by now. This old timer. What else we got? More wedding pictures. Wow. Look at that. This splendid looking chap here. Yeoman and Co. Royal Arcade, Melbourne. Yep, he's a dashing looking fellow, he is for sure. Big bridal party. I'm guessing that's what it is. Oh, it might not be a bride. That's two dudes. In the old days. Maybe that's like a religious ceremonial. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. That's weird. Look at that. The casket carriers. Ugh. Yeah, this one was cool. They take this picture first with a little fella in the middle not looking too happy. And then Mum mustn't have been happy with that, so she changed it around to give him all a bit of a tickle. He's still on the outside and he's still not happy. So that's twice he was shy and he would have been flipping him off. I reckon that's a bit funny. He didn't want to go out and get photographs that day. Look at this. That's cool. They're all like nurses or something. Dollar buys that. Dollar. Oh, there's another creep show. Look at that one. Yep. Full creep show. I reckon it's like is it like a caddy hearse or something? I'm not sure. Yeah. Big burial, but then look at the size of that mound. I had a closer look at it before and I reckon it's snow. But then they've got like branches and it's definitely some kind of ceremonial burial. I don't know. It's probably not within the Australian continent. I don't think. Oh, look, it might be. I don't know. But it's bizarre. Very bizarre. Bit more quirky looking death picture. That's another one of that. I reckon that's the same one from before, you know, the big mountain of snow with the branches all over it. Got like a minister guy there reading something. Yeah, it's crazy. More. I'm not sure that's even a thing anymore. Do people even do that? I don't know. Oy. It's the worst day of somebody's life right there. That's a cool little family portrait. Look at that one. It's been, that's not original though. That's been, it's a cool photo, but it's been printed off again. It's on late model Kodak or Fujifilm paper, or maybe even home printer paper. And it's not original. It's a cool photo, but it's not original. The houses in the background are screaming like probably, I don't know, 1950s, probably genre. But the road's not even sealed. Unsealed road. Still dirt. Who's this chap? He looks Amish. Look at that little beard he's got going on. He's probably not Amish because it was taken in Melbourne. But then it doesn't mean that there's not Amish people in Melbourne. There might have been. Stewart and Co.'s a photographer. Burke Street, East Melbourne. Victoria, Australia. And she looks splendid. Warrnambool, down the beach. Oh, she's frightening. How's her attire? Very, very fitted. It almost looks like she can't breathe, like she's about to take her last breath. That outfit's so darn tight. Look at it. Buttons are about to start busting off into that camera lens. Twang, 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 they go, I reckon. Look at them. Man, they're tight. Oh, she's frightening too. That's not very nice. But she is frightening. There's chap. What a champion. This photograph's on its last legs. How cool's that? Looking at some genuine historic photographs. Bloody beautiful. Dudes, that sums it up. Thanks for hanging out with me at the Linton Emporium. If you're ever passing through, man, pop in, check it out. The guys here are awesome to deal with. Prices are cheap. Something for everyone, there always is. Best of luck, best of wishes. We'll catch you guys on the next run. Cheers. Bye everyone.